Good morning, students. Today we are going to solve one problem on underwriting of shares. Basic problem, preliminary problem. The first problem to understand what do you mean by underwriting of shares and how we have to calculate the net liability of underwriters. For that, you have to prepare this type of statement, because this statement will help you to calculate the number of shares that underwriters are going to underwrite. So to understand this particular topic or concept of underwriting and underwriting commission, this question is very important. So in this video, I'm just calculating this statement of calculation of net liability only. And the next video, I will show you how to write journal entries for underwriters or underwriting commission in the books of company. So let us start. I'll read this question for you. Try to understand that question first, and then we will solve that question and calculate this statement of calculation of net liability. This is the third question. Madras Limited come up with public issue of 30 lakh equity shares of rupees 10 each at rupees 15 per share. So here you should understand, see, while reading that question, that we have to understand what is given. Try to analyze it. So here nominal value is 10 rupees and 5 rupees is a premium. So issue price is 15 rupees per share. So Madras Limited ने क्या किया है कि Madras Limited ने 30 लाख शेयर्स का एक IPO निकाला है मार्केट में, और वो IPO कितने पे है? 15 रुपीज पर शेयर. उसका नॉमिनल वैल्यू 10 रुपीज है. The nominal value of per share is 10 rupees, but they are going to issued at 15 rupees. That means 5 rupees is a premium. X, Y and Z took underwriting of the issue in 3:2:1. अभी X, Y, Z कौन है? Underwriters है. Okay, they are underwriters and they are going to undertake this public issue IPO in the ratio of 3:2:1. That means among themselves they are going to distribute the gross liability of. Gross liability का मतलब क्या है कि अगर कंपनी को एक भी शेयर एप्लीकेशन नहीं आ गया, से एग्जांपल, ऐसा होता नहीं है, लेकिन सपोज 30 लाख का इशू किया है लेकिन एक भी एप्लीकेशन नहीं आया, so that 30 lakh का all the shares that XYZ company has to take over. XYZ underwriters has to take that shares. They have to apply for that share. That is the meaning of underwriting. So now here that gross liability ratio they have given is 3:2:1. Now application were received for 27 lakh shares. अभी देखो 30 लाख का IPO था, उसमें से सिर्फ 27 लाख के लिए एप्लीकेशन आ गया. शेयर्स कितना अप्लाई हो गया है? ओनली 27 लाख. इसका मतलब दिस इज अ क्लियर कट केस ऑफ व्हाट? अंडर सब्सक्रिप्शन. एंड यू नो दैट अंडर सब्सक्रिप्शन whatever the balance left out shares, that balance left out shares, who has to undertake? Who has to take? Underwriters. So balance is 3 lakh shares. कितना शेयर बचा है? अभी 3 लाख शेयर्स के लिए एप्लीकेशन आया ही नहीं है. तो वो 3 लाख शेयर्स के लिए कौन अप्लाई करेगा? अंडरराइटर्स. कौन सा रेशो में और कौन सा लायबिलिटी में? दैट विल गिव यू दिस पर्टिकुलर स्टेटमेंट. इसीलिए तो ये स्टेटमेंट के बनाना है हमको कि नेट लायबिलिटी का स्टेटमेंट. लेट अस सी दैट. The mark application were received as under. अभी आपको तो पता है कि mark application and unmark application. Mark application means underwriter's name is mentioned or stamp of that underwriters on application form. That is called as a mark. And when the mark of underwriters is not there, that is called as a unmarked. So mark out of this 27 lakh shares, that mark application X, Mr. X mark is on 8 lakh shares. Mr. Y's mark is on 7 lakh shares and Mr. Z's 6 lakh shares. तो आप इसको अगर आप टोटल करोगे, देखो यहां पे मैं टोटल करता हूं कि 8 लाख प्लस 7 लाख प्लस 6 लाख, तो टोटल मार्क एप्लीकेशन आउट ऑफ दिस 27 लाख इज 21 लाख. ये क्या हो गया, आपके मार्क एप्लीकेशन हो गए, ये हो गए मार्क एप्लीकेशन. ठीक है, ये आपके मार्क एप्लीकेशन हो गए 21 लाख. इसमें से अगर टोटल एप्लीकेशन कितना रिसीव हो गया है, टोटल एप्लीकेशन 27 लाख, यहां पे 27 लाख. सो यहां पे अगर 27 लाख में से अगर 21 लाख हम माइनस कर देते हैं तो हमें क्या मिलता है, अनमार्क एप्लीकेशन. देखो मैं यहां पे माइनस कर देता हूं, 27 लाख माइनस 21 लाख. सो अनमार्क एप्लीकेशन इज हाउ मच, 6 लाख. तो ये आपको पता होना चाहिए कि भाई क्या है इसमें, मार्क एप्लीकेशन का मतलब क्या है, अनमार्क एप्लीकेशन का मतलब क्या है, एंड कैसे निकालते हैं ये. ओके, सो दिस इज द वे दैट यू हैव टू कैलकुलेट. Commission payable to underwriters at the rate of 5% on the face value of shares. अभी देखो एक्चुअली नॉर्मली कमीशन इज ऑलवेज कैलकुलेटेड ऑन इश्यू प्राइस. इश्यू प्राइस क्या है इसमें, 15 रुपीज. 15 मल्टीप्लाई बाय 30 लाख उसके ऊपर निकालते हैं. बट इन्होंने स्पेसिफिकली इन दिस प्रॉब्लम दे हैव मेंशन्ड दैट व्हेनेवर यू आर गोइंग टू कैलकुलेट कमीशन, that commission you have to calculate for this particular problem only on nominal value or face value. Face value is what, 10 rupees. So commission, you can, when you calculate the commission, so 10 multiply by how many shares are there, 30 lakh multiply by 5 divided by 100. So this is the calculation of what, commission. If I entered, so commission, it comes to 15 lakh. So this is commission. This is what, commission. Underwriters commission. 15 lakh is underwriters commission. Now what they said that compute the liability of each underwriter as regard the number of shares to be taken up. अभी क्या पूछा है उन्होंने कि आपको ये टेबल बनाना है, नेट लाइबिलिटी निकालो हर एक का. मिस्टर एक्स का नेट लाइबिलिटी कितना है, वाई का नेट लाइबिलिटी कितना है, जेड का नेट लाइबिलिटी कितना है, दैट वी हैव टू कैलकुलेट. एंड सेकेंड वन, पास जर्नल एंट्रीज इन द बुक्स ऑफ, यहाँ पे मद्रास होना चाहिए एक्चुअली, मद्रास लिमिटेड टू रिकॉर्ड द ट्रांजैक्शन रिलेटेड टू अंडरराइटर्स. So journal entry. Second one is what? Journal entry in the books of company. That we will see later on. In this video, I'm going to take only the statement of calculation of net liability. So let us start now. Calculation of net liability. So first that 30 lakh. Okay, 30 lakh shares we have to divide. So यहाँ पे मैं 30 lakh लिख देता हूँ. 30 lakh shares that we have to divide, that is called as a gross liability. What is the ratio? The ratio is given 3:2:1. So you can write that ratio over here. In bracket you can write 3 here you can write 2 is to 2 is to 1. Here you can write 1. Okay. Chalo. Now gross liability, this 30 lakh, we have to divide Mr. X, Mr. Y and Mr. Z in the ratio of 3 is to 2 is to 1. So Excel is there, so I can do very easily, but you have to take help of calculator, because in the examination Excel sheet will not be there. Okay, only calculator. So you can calculate that 30 lakh divide by total of 3 plus 2 plus 1, 6, multiply by 3, that is for Mr. X. So it comes to 15 lakh. Again, the next, here 30 lakh multiply by 6 multiply by 2, it comes to 10 lakh. And again over here for Mr. Z, just I have to make a changes and it comes to 5 lakh. So 15 lakh Mr. X has to take the shares in the case of not even single application received. 10 lakh Mr. Y has to take and Mr. Z has to take 5 lakh. This is the case when not a single application was received. But here total 27 lakh shares application for 27 lakh shares that company has received. Now first step, what you have to do, that you have to less mark application. Now mark application that you have to take actual. Mark application you have to take what? Actual. So how much that taken by Mr. X? 8 lakh. So here minus 8 lakh. Then here minus 7 lakh. And here minus 6 lakh. Minus 6 lakh. So total, if I take that total, it comes to minus 21 lakh. So out of 30 lakh is the IPO. Out of 27 lakh application received, out of that 21 lakh application, that is mark application. Now we will take the balance. Balance means 15 lakh minus 8 lakh. So same thing I have to calculate over here also, and here also. So now the liability has been reduced. Mr. X liability reduced from 15 lakh to 7 lakh. Why? Because of mark shares. And mark share means what? The efforts taken by Mr. X, efforts taken by Mr. Y, efforts taken by Mr. Z to sell off that share application. So here Mr. Y's 3 lakh and Mr. Z 1 lakh. Now here we got negative. Negative, you know that the negative we have to give benefit of that 1 lakh to Mr. X and Mr. Y in the ratio of 3:2. So here that negative figure that we want to cancel. So here again less credit of Mr. Z to Mr. X and Mr. Y in which ratio? 3 is to 2. In the ratio of 3 is to 2. That means we have to divide this 1 lakh between Mr. X and Mr. Y in the ratio of 3 is to 2. So how you will divide? Here first you have to deduct it, means minus is equal to minus. Now how to divide that? 1 lakh divide by 5. Why 5? Because 3 plus 2 is 5. Multiply by 3. So it comes to 60,000. It comes to 60,000. Next, here 1 lakh divided by 5 multiply by 2. It comes to 40,000 minus 40,000. And here 1 lakh I have to take total over here. Total comes to 0. Because 60,000 plus 40,000 minus 1 lakh plus 1 lakh, it comes to 0. Now again I have to take balance. Balance of what? Balance of Mr. A. 7 lakh minus 60,000. It comes to 6 lakh 40,000. Then here 2 lakh 60,000, here 0, and here again it will come 9 lakh. That means now the liability of Mr. X is 6 lakh 40,000, liability of Mr. Y is 2 lakh 60,000, and total liability comes to what? 9 lakh. Still that the problem is, solution is not end over here. Next step that we have to give benefit of unmarked share also. So next step is what? Less unmarked shares, unmarked application. In which ratio? Always remember, unmarked application you have to divide in the gross liability ratio. That is 3 is to 2 is to 1. So unmarked application we have already calculated over here. That is what? 6 lakh. So here minus 6 lakh. And that 6 lakh we have to divide in the ratio of 3 is to 2 is to 1. So let us divide that. 6 minus 6 lakh divide by 6 multiply by 3. It comes to minus 3 lakh, and same thing here multiply by 2, it comes to 2 lakh, and here multiply by 1, it comes to 1 lakh. So 3 plus 2 plus 1 minus 6 lakh. Again we can take that balance. So balance comes to, for Mr. X 3,40,000, then for Mr. Y it is 60,000, and for Mr. Z again negative figure is coming, and here that balance remaining is what? 3 lakh. Now see, this 3 lakh balance means total 30 lakh shares issued. Okay, IPO is of 30 lakh shares and application received 27 lakh. So balance is what? 3 lakh. That 3 lakh gross that liability we have to divide. So here Mr. X का liability आ गया 3,40,000, Mr. Y का liability आ गया 60,000, and Mr. Z का liability नहीं है, उसका credit है कितना? 1 lakh का. And you know that any partners, if it is having credit negative balance, we have to distribute among the remaining partner in the gross liability ratio. So ये 1 लाख अभी वापस हमें क्या करना पड़ेगा? Same method we have to follow. Less credit of Mr. Z to Mr. X and Mr. Y in the ratio of 3 is to 2. चलो हम लोग क्या करते हैं, अभी उसको डिवाइड करते हैं। 1 लाख डिवाइड बाय 5 multiply by 3, how much it comes to? 60,000. Next, 1 lakh divided by 5 multiply by 2, it comes to minus 40,000. And here full 1 lakh we have to add back to get the 0, and here total of this will get definitely 0. Now whatever amount will come, and that amount, if it is a positive, then okay, that will be the final result. So let us see that what is the balance amount over here. Balance amount, Mr. X ने कितना लेना है शेयर्स? 2,80,000. मिस्टर वाई ने कितना लेना है? 20,000. और मिस्टर जेड को, जेड का लाइबिलिटी नील हो गया, है ही नहीं लाइबिलिटी, और यहाँ पे बैलेंस आ गया बराबर, देखो बैलेंस 3 लाख आ गया। मतलब बचे हुए जो 3 लाख शेयर्स है वो किसने लेना है? मिस्टर एक्स ने 2,80,000 लेना है, एंड मिस्टर वाई ने कितना लेना है? 20,000. So 2,80,000 plus 20,000, that is what? The net liability. And that is the solution of first part of the answer. I hope all of you have followed this calculation. Okay, so thank you very much.